Are they serious? Only one ship? I laughed so hard my secondary breathing sacs nearly ruptured. Captain Vorex of the mighty Galactic Dominion, reduced to fighting primitives with a single orbiting bucket of bolts. My tactical officer, Lieutenant Cross, flicked his antenna nervously. The humans call it the Defiant. Rather presumptuous name for their only defense, wouldn't you say? I surveyed our armada through the command deck's panoramic viewport, 200 warships, each capable of reducing continents to ash. Our intelligence had indicated humans were technologically advanced but woefully unprepared for interstellar combat. The evidence before us confirmed half that assessment. Open communications, I commanded, straightening my ceremonial cape. Appearances matter when subjugating new species. Record for all Earth frequencies. The comms officer nodded, her 6 eyes blinking in sequence. People of Earth, I began, savoring each word. I am Captain Vorex of the Galactic Dominion. Your resources are now property of the Dominion. Your surrender will be rewarded with survival. Resistance is. I paused for dramatic effect, mathematically inadvisable. We waited. Standard procedure, give them 30 minutes to panic before commencing orbital bombardment. Sir, Lieutenant Cross interrupted my daydreams of promotion. The human vessel is hailing us. On screen, I said with a dismissive wave. Let's hear their pitiful pleas. Instead of the trembling diplomat I expected, a human female in a simple black uniform appeared. No medals, no ornate indicators of rank. Just calm, almost amused eyes. Captain Vorex, she said, pronouncing my name with perfect inflection. I'm Commander Jasmine Park of Earth Defense. We've been expecting you. I blinked. This wasn't in the script. Your intelligence is outdated, she continued. We intercepted your scout ships 3 years ago. Impossible. Our stealth technology was unmatched. We're transmitting coordinates now, Park said. Please position your command ship accordingly for negotiations. Cross checked his console, genuinely confused. Sir, these coordinates would place us directly in the weapon lock of their vessel. I laughed again, but noticed none of my crew joined me. You expect the Dominion to be threatened by one ship? Commander Park smiled. Not the smile of fear. Something else. Captain Vorex, who said anything about only one ship? The transmission ended, leaving us staring at a blank screen and a single message in our native language, look up. Hashtag only one ship? Part 2, the warning, look up. What nonsense is this? I scoffed, but my dorsal spines were already tingling with primal fear. Cross frantically worked his console. Sir. Cloaking disruption detected. Multiple signatures appearing throughout the system. The view screen flickered to life without command, displaying a tactical overlay that made my 4 hearts stutter in sequence. Thousands of previously invisible ships were decloaking around us, surrounding our fleet in a 3-dimensional cage of firepower. Impossible, I whispered. Our scans showed nothing. They were always there, came Commander Park's voice as her face reappeared on screen. Now, please meet Admiral Tanner. He'll handle the formal negotiations. The screen split to reveal a grizzled human male with skin the color of our planet's fertile soil and eyes that seemed to have witnessed 1,000 battles. Captain Vorex, he said without preamble, humanity has observed your empire's expansion for decades. We chose to appear vulnerable as a test of character. You failed. I felt the eyes of my crew upon me. This was unprecedented. The Dominion had conquered 87 systems without meaningful resistance. Now we were ensnared like juvenile prey beasts. Our deep space sensors detected your approach 6 months ago, Tanner continued. What you see represents approximately 8% of Earth's defensive capability. Lieutenant Cross gasped audibly. Sir, if they're telling the truth. I silenced him with a glare, but my confidence was evaporating faster than water on a desert planet. Perhaps there's been a misunderstanding, I attempted, drawing on 3 decades of diplomatic training. The Dominion merely seeks cultural exchange and let's not insult each other's intelligence, Admiral Tanner interrupted. Your invasion fleet is currently targeted by 12,482 weapon systems. However, we prefer alliance to annihilation. My tactical officer's console beeped urgently. Captain, they've transmitted precise firing solutions for every ship in our fleet. They're showing exactly how they would destroy us. Tanner leaned forward. You have 1 hour to withdraw beyond Neptune or demonstrate your value as potential allies. Otherwise, we'll be forced to remove the threat you pose. The transmission cut, leaving us in stunned silence. Orders, sir, asked my second-in-command, Zana, her voice barely audible. I stared at the tactical display, my pride warring with survival instinct. Prepare. I hesitated, the next words burning my throat like acid. Prepare a diplomatic response. #only one ship? Part 3, the demonstration, diplomatic response prepared, Captain, Zana reported, her tone cautious. But General Drax is demanding direct communication. I grimaced. Of course the military overseer would intervene now. The holographic form of General Drax materialized on the command deck, his ceremonial battle scars glowing with traditional bioluminescent enhancements. Captain Vorex, he barked, your cowardice dishonors the Dominion. These humans are obviously bluffing. Their so-called fleet is likely holographic projection. With respect, General, I replied, our sensors confirm these are physical vessels with energy signatures exceeding enough. Drax cut me off. I am taking command. We will target their original ship as demonstration of our resolve. My crew exchanged horrified glances as Drax transmitted the attack order fleet-wide. 3 of our destroyers broke formation, weapons charging. Sir, Kraz whispered urgently, the human vessels are not responding. No weapons charging, no defensive posture. That's when I knew we were making a catastrophic error. The destroyers fired in unison at the lone Earth ship. Their energy beams never reached their target. Instead, they simply vanished, absorbed by what appeared to be empty space. Admiral Tanner's voice came through, sounding almost disappointed. That was unwise, Captain Vorex. Now we must respond in kind. No energy signatures. No weapon discharge. Nothing detectable at all. But 3 of our destroyers simply disintegrated. Not exploded. Not destroyed. They transformed from solid matter into glittering particles that dispersed like morning mist. 15,000 Dominion warriors. Gone in seconds. What? What was that? Zana whispered, horror evident in her voice. Some kind of matter conversion technology, Kraz answered, his scientific curiosity temporarily overriding his fear. They've weaponized fundamental physics in ways we've only theorized. General Drax's hologram was frozen in shock, his mandibles hanging slack. The demonstration is complete, Admiral Tanner announced. That was 0.5% of our defensive capabilities. We await your decision. When the transmission ended, chaos erupted on my command deck. Half my officers demanded immediate retreat. The others insisted we couldn't show weakness. But I was silent, watching the particles of our destroyers drift into nothingness. Everything I'd been taught about warfare, about the Dominion's supremacy, about our place in the galaxy. It was all wrong. Sir? Zana prompted gently. Your orders? #only one ship? Part 4, the Alliance, lower all shields. Power down weapons. Transmit surrender protocols, I ordered, ignoring General Drax's sputtering objections. And prepare my shuttle for diplomatic transit. 90 minutes later, I stood alone in what humans called a conference room aboard their original vessel, the Defiant. The simplicity was jarring, no ceremonial grandeur, no displays of military might. Just a table, chairs, and refreshments. Admiral Tanner entered with Commander Park and an unassuming human in civilian attire. Captain Vorex, meet Dr. Eleanor Banks, our xenoanthropologist, Tanner said. I blinked in confusion. You bring a scientist to accept surrender terms? Dr. Banks smiled. We're not interested in your surrender, Captain. We're interested in understanding why you attack first and communicate second. What else would we do? I asked, genuinely puzzled. Exactly the question we hoped for, Park replied. This is why we maintain the appearance of vulnerability. Tanner leaned forward. For centuries, we fought amongst ourselves, nearly destroying our planet multiple times. We learned that appearing weak invites aggression, revealing the true nature of potential allies. You tested us? The realization was both humiliating and fascinating. We've been monitoring your communication since you entered the Orc cloud, Banks explained. We deciphered your language, studied your culture, and predicted your response with 97% accuracy. My mandibles clicked in embarrassment. Then why not destroy us immediately? Because that's not who we are, Tanner said simply. Humanity united when we realized we weren't alone. We built our defenses not to conquer, but to ensure we'd never need to fight at all. The ultimate paradox, I whispered. Ultimate power used for peace. Your species has much to offer, Banks continued. Art, philosophy, scientific perspectives we lack. We hope this moment of honesty can become the foundation for something greater than conquest. I thought of my homeworld, of our endless wars of expansion, of resources squandered on weapons rather than welfare. The Dominion Council won't accept this easily, I warned. Tanner's eyes crinkled with unexpected humor. We're counting on it. Sometimes the best ambassadors are those who've seen firsthand what they're up against. You want me to convince them? I asked, astounded. Education beats extermination every time, Park said with a shrug. That's the human way. As we began discussing terms, I realized something profound. The truly superior species wasn't the one with the biggest guns. It was the one wise enough to avoid using them.